Baby, listen. Welcome back to your daily dose. I am your host, Z Money. And if y'all haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell so you can hit them notifications. Notifications go off at any time, and you'll never miss a video. Also, follow me on Instagram at alize.mills.1. Once again, that's alize.mills.1. Also, go ahead and add me on Facebook at Alize Mills. You can also go ahead and follow me at legendary Z_87 on TikTok. Let me check real quick if that's still my account, because I believe that's, yeah, legendary _Z87. All right, we good. All right, y'all see that? Go ahead, follow me there. If y'all haven't, if you haven't, you should. You already should. But no, for real. If you guys didn't get any of that, it will be in the link in the description below. So let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all. I haven't posted for a while. It is dogs in the background, so don't even worry about that. Those are my friend's dogs. I'm at my friend's house right now. So, well, that's one of her puppies. The other one, it's not hers, but it's her family's. But yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get into this video. So basically, I haven't been on a hiatus. Nothing bad is going on in my life. I want to say I did need some time, and I didn't want to post until I completed what I had a challenge for myself. I decided to have a challenge. So that challenge was to do a fruit fast. I did it for about 3 days. Okay, the max was 3 days. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna go for 7, but I decided to take it easy on my body, just to see how I would, since I am a beginner in fasting. I have fasted before. I've done a water fast for about 48 hours. I did a cucumber and lime. I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys about that, but I have done a water fast before. And I wanted to talk about the things I felt before I started my fruit fast, and I wanted to talk about things I felt after my fruit fast. So I'm pretty sure you guys do know that fasting is really healthy for the body, and it has a lot of great benefits. And you see a lot of people talking about it, how they've done a 7-day fruit fast or a week water fast or even a dry fast, no water, no food, no nothing. And that's one thing I am going to definitely do. I am going to try that, the dry fast, to see how long I could last, because that's willpower. So I want to first talk about the negative effects that I was feeling before I started my fruit fast. Okay. These were the things that I was doing. I was also, if you do not want to hear anything about what I'm going to explain to you, because I am going to go into detail about what happened while I was on my fasting journey, and I'm going to explain everything. So if you don't want to hear any, nothing that's going to make you, if you're sensitive, like your stomach is sensitive, then don't watch this video. So basically, before I started my fruit fast, I was feeling a lot of negative energy. I was surrounding myself around, I don't want to say around negative people, because I'm not around negative people, but it's more so of I was eating a lot of garbage. I was putting a lot of stuff into my body that was considered garbage. And I wanted to talk to you guys about this, going back to the topic that I was talking about before, why it's very important for you to clean your insides. Now, the reason it's important for you to detox and clean your insides is because a lot of us that have the brain fog, a lot of us that don't have clear minds, a lot of us that have anger, depression, sadness, mood swings, all of that comes from the stuff that we eat. And it's true, it does come from the stuff that we eat. Now, I'm not vegan, I'm not alkaline, but I do believe that the things that we process into our bodies, salt, sugar, flour, those type of things that, you know, like even, you know, all this stuff like cookies and chips and soda and, you know, all of this processed all this processed shit that we consume on a daily basis is the is going to have a negative effect, not just over our physical health, but our spiritual, our mental, our emotional, and, you know, overall health, because we're not going to be able to think clearly. We're going to forget things. We're not going to, you know, it's almost like we're feeding our bodies these things and we're not realizing that our body is not designed to eat all day. For number one, the body is not designed to eat 3 meals a day. Okay, I feel like the body can definitely survive off 1 meal a day, 1 to 2 meals a day. That's my personal belief. However, I'm not going to get into all the scientific facts about it and the statistics, because I don't have all that information. I'm just going based off of my own experiences. But I do feel that the body is definitely, this is a true fact. The body is not designed to eat all day, and the body can survive without no food and no water. Also, the body can survive on just water, and the body can also survive on fruit and just vegetables. Okay. The things that we consume on an everyday basis, we're not, you know, I'm not saying, oh, don't have a cheat day. I'm not saying don't go out and eat, you know, if you want to eat something, okay, that's cool. But if we're doing it on a daily basis to where it's something that we just keep on doing, it's going to have a very negative effect on us. And I noticed that before my fruit fast, I was feeling very negative. I was feeling very down. I was very much into my emotions. I was always irritable. I was always pissed. It was always something that was just going on. And I wasn't thinking that it's the shit that I'm consuming on an everyday basis and I'm just killing myself. Now, I know I talked about how I was taking sea moss and stuff like that, but I didn't do a detox. This was more of a detox. I haven't done a detox since, I want to say, last year, and it was only for 48 hours. I haven't done a detox since then. So this was more life-changing for me, and this was more extreme for me, because when I did my last detox, I didn't do the things that I am now doing. I didn't have the benefits that I now have, and I have more mental clarity. I can actually, you know, become more connected with the divine intelligence. I can actually, you know, really speak to my spirit guides. I actually felt my spirit guides. I did a spirit guide meditation that helped me to really feel my spirit guides, and I got so many signs the next day. It was so crazy. And I've noticed that things that are out of my control, I no longer am attached to. I'm not attached to people. I'm not attached to outcomes. I'm not attached to, you know, things that are outside of me. I no longer seek that validation. I feel like a lot of the things that we consume on a day basis, we don't realize that. I'm not going to go into the fact that, okay, I'm not saying you guys should be vegan, but how these animals are being killed and the way they're being killed and how they're being processed. Majority of this meat that we're eating may not even just only, let alone be from animals. I don't feel like all of that meat is from animals. Some of this meat, we don't know what's in it. We don't know what's not even just within the meat. We don't know what's in the cookies. We don't know what's in the sodas. We don't know. Not saying that we can't look it up and find out, but I'm saying, like, you know, for people who don't research, or for people who don't know, we don't know what we're eating. Let's just be real. Do we know what we're eating? No. I don't know what I'm eating when I'm putting a fucking cookie in my mouth or a brownie. All I know is that it's delicious. What if it could come from something and I may not know what it comes from? I don't know what's like gummy bears or gummy worms. All those good tasting foods are really just really bad for us. And it has the body has to work even harder to get rid of it. So what I learned on this fruit fast was, when I started it, I did do a bit of research. I wasn't trying to go completely alkaline and go completely vegan, but I did want to take out some things, and I did want to have more control over my eating habits and things that I want to consume within my body on an everyday basis. And I saw that not only that, my skin has actually cleared up tremendously. It's clearing up a lot because I'm starting to eat more fruits and vegetables and put more of that, those healthy, the healthy varieties of foods that I need on an everyday basis in order to keep me fueled and to keep me going. Although I have not exercised, I have slimmed down and I have lost a little, I want to say a bit of weight, because you could see it within my face. My face was actually very round. Now you can see my face is not as round. You can also see that I've been taking more care of myself, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and also physically, making sure, like, if I do eat certain things, like yesterday, I did have some fish. Okay, I haven't really went back to chicken or red meat, or I don't even like pork, so I'm not even gonna put that in there. But I haven't went back to like chicken or like beef or nothing like that. I did have some fish. I had a bit of seafood, and I have a love for sweet potato fries. I freaking love them. And I went to Fish Grill. I got me some fish, some sweet potato fries, and then I had me some I also had me like a salad, like it was a plant-based goddess salad, Cobb salad, a goddess Cobb salad. I don't know if you guys ever been to Panera, but it's to die for and it's delicious. And they had it in stores and I got that and it was very, very delicious. I noticed that when I eat, I don't eat till I get full. Now I can actually tell, I can tell when my body is ready to stop. Like I can tell the difference between cravings and I can tell the difference between cravings and hunger. Don't get me wrong. I was thinking like, damn, like restaurants like Popeyes, fries, I love fries. But then I was like, you know what? Matter of fact, that may be something that I may want. And I noticed like, okay, that's a craving. That's not a hunger. Okay. So when I did first go on my fruit fast, before I get into all of that, when I first started my fruit fast, I felt like a drug addict coming off of drugs. And that's exactly how you're going to feel because your body is detoxifying itself. And you're going to feel weak. You're going to feel anxiety. You're going to feel pissed. You're going to have mood swings. You're going to feel all these cravings and all these things that you may want throughout the first few days. I want to say I felt it the first few days. Like the third day I got through the third day. The fourth day was when I decided at the end of the day, I had some fruit. And then I decided at the end of the night, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and try to introduce my body back to, like salads and stuff like that. Nothing too heavy, nothing that's going to upset it or nothing that's going to make it, just throw it back on track. Like when I see meats, I look at it like certain like bacon and I just can't, chicken, not even chicken gets me to the point where it's like, oh, no, it's more so like, oh, I'll eat some fish or some shrimp, or something like that. And I won't even eat a lot of it. I'll just eat a little bit of it, because I want my diet to mostly be consumed of fruits and veggies because it is important, ladies. We should know also, I have noticed before the things that I was eating, my vaginal area was not smelling good. It's a difference between having a scent and having an odor. Okay. The vagina doesn't have let's be real. The vagina is going to smell sometimes depending on what you are consuming. I do believe in that. And also depending on what you're doing, we sweat down there. Let's be real. We do sweat down there. Okay. It's not going to be peaches and cream. And baby, you was not finna smell like flowers and all this good stuff and talking about, oh yeah, baby, I smell like flowers down there. Whoever told you that? And you still thinking you finna smell like flowers, baby? I'm sorry, you just not finna smell like flowers. But I noticed that everything that I was consuming, I had a very foul odor. Like it was bad. Body odor, vaginal odor, all of that. So when I started my fruit fast, I did notice that afterwards I didn't have that kind of odor. Like I wasn't smelling what I was smelling. I was like, oh, okay. Coochie got a scent. It's natural scent, but it don't got an odor. I was like, okay, coochie. Okay, I see what you doing. I see what you doing. So I was just more so like, I started to really feel like, okay, my body is really healing itself. Now, this is something where I got into the habit of, okay, after these 3 days, I don't want to stop doing this. After the glow up, I got so much energy yesterday. I had so much energy when I was at work. And this was when my boss had dropped the bomb on me, telling me that I won't be able to work there because I do have a note stating that I'm not allowed to push carts because I am a courtesy clerk at a grocery store. However, I cannot perform that because every time I push the carts, it hurts my spine. And, I did tell you guys, I do have a bit of slight kyphosis, but I also have lomboardosis. I have something else. My spine is crooked and I have arthritis, mild arthritis in my spine. So anyway, He told me if I wasn't able to perform the essential duties that was needed and required, then they would have to let me go. So however, that's not going to be happening until I go to my doctor, my primary care doctor. I've already taken care of that. I have an appointment with her on the 15th. So we're going to see what she says and whatnot. But I am, in the meantime, not allowing that to get to me. At first, I did break down because it was so much going on throughout my fast, guys. It's not even just about the physical. I felt so much emotional pain. I felt spiritual pain. And I finally have my period, and it feels so good. I had cramps bad, but I've never had cramps that bad. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, all that time I didn't have my period for probably like a month and a half, almost 2 months. Like, it was going on to 2 months. Like, I did not have my period, and it was very irregular. And I noticed, like, once I started to do my fruit fast and I started to let go of that stress, let go of that anxiety, let go of all the things that no longer served me, all the emotional the things that I was feeling, and all that negative energy, and eating all that stuff that wasn't even going to help me except keep me low on energy, not even want me, not even, even like with working out. Okay, yeah, let me tell you this. It's okay to go ahead and say, I'm going to stop eating these things and I'm going to eat clean. But at some point, you need to fast and you need to detoxify your body. Even if it's just for 48 hours, even if it's just for 72 hours, you need to detoxify your body, because your body is, it needs to heal. And when you're fasting, this isn't beneficial just because the physical benefits. This is the emotional benefits, the spiritual benefits. You are more the mental benefits. You're able to have clearer thoughts. You're able to really reach your higher self. You're able to really reach God at this point, because you no longer have all that bullshit that you was once consuming in your body. And the more we consume this stuff in our body, don't get me wrong, do I want to enjoy some sweet potato pie? Absolutely. I'm not saying I'm a quick cold turkey, but I am saying that I'm not going to be consuming this shit on a daily basis. And tell yourself, if you know you have a habit of always going and buying junk food or wanting to go to fast food restaurants like I was doing, stop and ask yourself, actually tell yourself this, say, you know what? I can have that, but I choose not to have that. When people say, oh, I can't have that's when they want it more. Self-discipline is really about changing the small habits and changing your mindset first. You have to first adjust to it. Have your mind adjust to this, because this is not just a physical experience. This is a mental experience, a spiritual experience, an emotional experience. You're going to go through shit. People are going to tell you, there's going to be people that are going to tell you, hey bro, you're hungry. No, I'm not hungry, bitch. These parasites that are in my body is causing me to have these fucking cravings that I'm having on my entire freaking, like it's too much. Excuse me. I'm sorry for the language, but all of this stuff that I'm having, it's too much. So what I need to do is I need to step away and I need to fast. And when you're fasting, know this. I learned that it's a self-empowerment journey. It is a self-love journey, because you are loving yourself. I was watching a video on this YouTuber, and the spiritual guy, he was saying that, how do you love yourself if you can't even focus on putting your health first? You don't love yourself if you're constantly filling your body up with things that you know it does not need. And I learned that after my fast, I'm not hungry. Like right now, I don't really feel like eating. Can I eat? Yeah, but I don't want to, because I just don't have that. I can tell the difference between if I'm craving something or if I'm really freaking hungry. And it doesn't mean to wait until you're hungry to eat either, because that's not good either, because then when you do that, you're going to want to consume more stuff. No, but it just means to be understanding with yourself and first ask yourself, like when I see things that I know, I'm like, okay, on the second day of my fast, for example, I noticed that I started smelling stuff. I work at a grocery store. At the second day of my fast, I was good, and then I had mood swings. It was terrible. It was like I was sad, and I had to advertise chicken salad, and that chicken salad smelled very good to me. And I looked at it, and I was like, wow, it smells good, and it really looks good. Now, I could have broken my fast, and I could have been like, let me just indulge in this and just go ahead. I saw chips. I saw all these good-looking things, potato wedges, burritos, you see all this good looking stuff. And you know exactly where I decided to go to on my lunch? I decided to go straight to that fruit. I went straight to the fruit. And mangoes is my choice. Actually, I'm going to eat some mangoes and avocados today because, baby, listen. So it was more so of me really taking the time to really discipline myself and really tell myself, you are not hungry. You are craving, sister. You are craving, baby girl. And so when you take the time to actually fast, you are learning so much more about who you are as an individual. You are learning your triggers. You are learning about even things that happen in your past. You're going back, you're self-reflecting on so much crap. And you're like, damn, when you come out of your fast, whether it's a 3-day, 5-day, 6-day, 7-day fast, you're going to feel like a brand new woman, a brand new woman, and a brand new man, because you decided to take on that challenge. Not a lot of people are going to sit here and go ahead and fast because they're not ready for that yet. They're not ready to go down that road of spirituality. Fasting is a spiritual journey. Fasting is really conquering your fears. Fasting is overcoming your fears, literally looking your fears in the face and saying, you cannot control me. Food should not be something that should control you. You should be able to control it, because food is not something that should have a overall impact over your life. That's why there's a lot of people who are obese. That's why there's a lot of people who are big, because they decide to allow food to control them, because they're so addicted to it and addicted to what's in it, because it tastes so good, without knowing that you're just constantly feeding the parasites. Our stomachs are really not that big, and they're not designed to just eat all day. That's not what it is. Because if you do, and you have a big ass appetite and you have all this food and all this stuff, of course people say, oh, you're missing your protein, or you're missing this. And I see a lot of vegans that don't eat meat, and I respect it. And for people that do eat meat, if you want to, then hey, like me, like I said, I ate meat all my life. Chicken and turkey was the things that I ate. But once I started eating red meat, like beef and all that stuff really made me sick, because it started to really make my stomach feel sick, because my stomach was introduced to something that was foreign. And when the body is introduced to a foreign substance, it doesn't like it, and it has to fight harder to get rid of it. So it's very important that the things that we consume on an everyday basis, we want to be mindful of that. And it's not just only physically. I had to actually take on this challenge to actually tell you guys how it was. It's not just physically, spiritually, mentally, all of those things. And it's so crazy, because when I look at fasting, when I look back at it, I'm like, I'm doing this again. I'm incorporating this into my lifestyle. I am eating vegetables. Like today I said, okay, what do I want to get today? I want to give me some vegetables, and I might, give me a salad. It doesn't mean, like a lot of people will say, okay, well, when you start working out again, you're going to need that extra protein. You're going to need that extra stuff. It's up to me whether or not I want to continue to eat that. What if I just like to eat, just fish? And even though if that, they say all together, meat, fish, all of that stuff isn't healthy. None of it is. Only vegetables and fruits. I say as long as you have a balance, that's all that matters. I feel like if you have an overall balance, okay. Now it's told that a lot of these diseases do come from the things like a lot of this meat and stuff like that we put in our bodies. And honestly, I do feel like that is true. And I'm caught in between too, because I'm like, damn, should I be vegan or should I be this? But because of my lifestyle and how my living is set up, my living situation, I can't just go and be that, because it is people that do eat meat. There are people that like to eat meat, and they're not going to give up meat. And when you are surrounded in an environment of individuals who do consume certain things that you don't want to consume on a daily basis, it is going to be hard. When you are surrounded by people who are not supporting your fast, it will be hard. When you're surrounded by negative energy, it will be hard. So it does take willpower, and it does take discipline. And it means that sometimes you have to separate yourself when fasting. I told myself when I'm fasting, I'm definitely going to tell my wife and my children, hey, I am fasting. You know what I'm saying? You guys can cook and have what you want. You know what I'm saying? Well, not my kids cook, but my wife cooks or I cook. They, you know what I'm saying? I'll feed them, but then I'll have my fast and stuff and this, that, and the third. Like with my juice, I'm going to try juice fasting next. All these things, and I'm going to build myself and keep building myself and see how long can I fast. Because the more that you start to do it, the more your body will get used to it, and the more the body is going to heal itself naturally. You know what I'm saying? Because the body is not supposed to be filled with disease. But how does the body get disease? From the overall mucus that is in our body. You know what I'm saying? And it's Dr. Sebi has talked about this. It's very important. So I feel like as long as you're eating your vegetables and as long as you are eating your fruits, you're good. I really do feel like you're good. But when you're not incorporating these things on a everyday basis and you want to just consume cheeseburgers, and I mean, hey, if you want to eat donuts, cheeseburgers and all that stuff every day and drink beer and all this stuff, go ahead, do what you do. Alcohol, get drunk with your friends on Friday nights and keep going out. Do what you do. Just know that you're going to have to pay for it in the long run. And I don't want to have to pay for that. I don't. I really don't. Now I'm looking up other ways to clean my liver, my kidneys, all of that natural stuff to get rid of all of that stuff in my body because I want my body to really heal itself. And I told myself that I really feel like, you know, after this fruit fast, I have seen so much and I have learned so much about myself. I have learned that really it's about loving myself. I have started doing mirror affirmations where I tell myself I accept myself as I am. And I actually want to tell you guys this. I want you guys to all close your eyes for a minute with me, and we can say this 5 times. And I want you to breathe in through your diaphragm, through your stomach. Breathe out. Do this 2 more times. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. One more time. Let's take a deep breath. Breathe in. Hold and breathe out. Let's release all of that negative energy. Let's release all that no longer serves us. I want you to repeat after me. I accept and love myself as I am. 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 Taking another deep breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. So do that every single day. Look yourself in the mirror. You see how I feel so calm, so at ease, just feel relaxed. That's how you want to feel. That's how you want to be. And know that when you start to put your health first, you will start to see that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought you were capable of. Fasting isn't just about physical benefits. You can fast and it can change your entire life, your outlook on life. There are things out of my control right now that are happening in my life, but I choose to be happy. Why? Because I choose to be happy. I choose to keep moving forward and I choose to keep putting out videos. I choose to do this. I do visualization every night. I listen to money affirmations every day. I started just incorporating these new things. And I noticed that so many people are drawn to me. Like people in my reality are just so drawn to me. People look at me. People are always looking at me. But it's because I have a glow. I have an aura. There is something about me. I have a light that is shining on me. I am a goddess. I am beautiful. And so are you. So remember, don't just put... When you're about to eat cookies, when you're about to eat that cheeseburger, ask yourself, what benefits is this giving my body right now? Not saying that you can't enjoy it every now and then. It's okay. But I'm just saying, on an everyday basis, ask yourself, if you're someone that just constantly eats junk food all day and just eats that shit every day, noodles, all that shit. Let me tell you something. I used to eat noodles and my legs were swollen. I could have had hyperthyroid issues. My thyroid could have been messed up. I could have had heart failure. I could have had high blood pressure, anything. Nothing was wrong with me, except I just needed to lose weight. And if you want to lose weight, fruit fasting or just any type of fasting is definitely going to give you benefits like this. You're going to drop pounds like this. And you're going to notice that your body's not going to want to eat and consume so much food on a daily basis.